Why are you there? He called your name from inside the bathroom while you frowned hearing him. You walked near the bathroom door and knocked slowly. You want something? You asked slowly when he opened the door slightly and peeked his head out. Your cheeks turned red when you saw his half upper body. You look away. Yeah, I forgot to bring my towel with me. Can you give it to me? You nodded and walked near the bed as there he left the towel while he smirked, but quickly hid behind the door when you turned around holding his towel in your hand. You walked towards the bathroom and knocked. Jungkook, your towel, you said and extended the towel towards him. Ryan, come little closer. How I'm going to take this? I have to come out for this. Your eyes widened hearing him. No, you stay there. You quickly said and bit your lower lip in nervousness. Jungkook, I hanged your towel on the doorknob. You can take it easily. I am going downstairs to make breakfast. You said after hanging his towel on the doorknob and run from there after making excuse while Jungkook poked his inner cheek with his tongue, being failed miserably. She is getting smart day by day. Now she guessed it what I'm up to and run from there. Aish, why this girl is so shy from her own husband? He sighed heavily before wrapping the towel around his waist. You can't just run from me like this after making me fool wifey, he murmured with a smirk after coming out of the bathroom. You walked in the room to call him for breakfast as he was still didn't come downstairs, so you yourself come to call him. But a gasp left from your mouth when suddenly Jungkook pinned you on the wall, making your eyes wide open in shock. Jungkook smirked while you glared him with angry pout. What do you think I will leave you that easily, huh? Look, you are trapped here in my arms, wifey, he said huskily and gave you a quick peck on your pouty lips that made you stun. Your cheeks turned red. I that blush. Only for seeing you blushing I can do anything. He teasingly said and laughed when you hit on his chest. Mr. Jones, if you are done showing your pervertness, then let me remind you, you are getting late for office and I am not going to heat up the food again. Do you understand? Let go of me and have your breakfast. Come on. You said and pushed him by his chest while he chuckled and pulled you closer that made you bump on him. Don't heat up the food, you are already hot enough, so without wasting my time, let me have my yummiest breakfast, he said and leaned his face while your heart started to beat fastly. Junk. He didn't let you speak and pressed his lips on yours after holding your back of the neck, made your eyes widen. You slowly cave in while he smirked and deepened the kiss. It's been 2 years since you and Jungkook are in relationship, 1 year of dating and then 1 year of marriage, but still you become shy every time like first time and Jungkook loves to tease you. He never changed from starting even though he know as a most dangerous, cold and cruel mafia king, but in front of you he's a totally different person. He was a romantic lover when you both were dating and now a romantic husband. You had a shy personality from the start, but you love him from the bottom of your heart. And when it's come to show, you never hide your feelings for him, but get shy easily in physical activities with him as he became more shameless and you ended up blushing hard. Ryan and Jungkook, now it's enough. I want grandchildren. Can't you see your dad is getting older day by day? Mr. June looked at her disbelief while you were looking down with red cheeks. I am still young and healthy. People doesn't even differentiate in between me and Jungkook if they saw us together. He replied proudly as Mrs. June scoffed and rolled her eyes while you giggled, looking at Jungkook who was looking at his father's stunt. That oldie is in competition with his own son. Wow, I am impressed with his confidence. Am I looking that old to you, Dad? Mr. June glared him. Whom you called the oldie? I was a heartthrob in my college and still many girls drool over me, Mr. Jones said with a proud grin, while he fixed his collar, not knowing he put himself in a big trouble. Jungkook cleared his throat when he saw his mother's expressions. Just then he said realized what he said. Mr. Jones slowly looked towards his wife, who was throwing death glares. I knew it that this man is hanging out with other girls. No, no, Jagya, it's not like this. I never hang out with girls. I saw them as my daughters. I swear to God. He said that in panic while Mrs. June looked away. Look at me, Jagia. Don't you believe me? I only hang out with you. You're doubting on me at this age. We have a daughter-in-law, he said as Mrs. June smiled looking at Jungkook and you. Look, he himself admitted that he is getting older. Now we want grandchildren. At least give us one, she said, and you all look at her shockedly. Mom, we are not refusing your wish, but still, I have not spent time with my wife. She didn't let me play with her properly, then your grandchildren will snatch her from me, he said, and you paused. Your cheeks turned red when Mr. and Mrs. June laughed. You just wanted to disappear, as it was so embarrassing for you. You glared at Jungkook and he just simply winked at you. Why, dear, don't feel shy. Let him spend time with you so that we could able to play with our grandchildren, she said with a teasing smile. Mom, you too, you whined and ran towards the kitchen with red cheeks while they all giggled. Yeah, you brat. Stop teasing my daughter in front of everyone. Don't you have shame, huh? Mr. June said while you were giggling in kitchen hearing him scolding Jungkook and Mr. and Mrs. June's bickering. They both came to meet you too, as Mrs. June was missing you and especially came to request you to give her grandchildren. Your relationship with your in-laws is good in every terms and you are dear to them like their own daughter. You are thankful for having family like them. You were sitting on the couch in living room and waiting for Jungkook because today he wasn't come back on time. It's been 2 days he got late in office and come back a little late as he was busy in some important contract. But today he didn't even call you to inform that he will be late. That's making you worried for him. Since he gets busy in these days, he also doesn't able to spend time with you like he usually do. And now you are missing him. You are missing his unfiltered talks, his shamelessness, and how he every time gets romantic. You pouted and glanced at your phone screen thinking to make a call but stop thinking he might be busy and don't like you calling him, but he won't. He would love if his wife called him and asked him when he will come back and she is missing him. You sighed heavily and turned off the TV, being bored watching it for so long, just to wake yourself up. Just then you heard footsteps. You got up and saw Jungkook coming with his secretary engrossed in their discussion. You shook your head in disappointment and walked towards the kitchen to offer him some water while the two settled down on the couch, didn't notice your presence. Jungkook sat on the same spot where you were waiting for him, and he instantly felt the warmth. Jungkook frowned, and his eyes immediately started looking for you. And there he found you coming out from the kitchen, holding tray with 2 glasses of water placed on it. Unknowingly, Jungkook's forehead lines disappeared, and a calm smile appeared on his face. Wyatt, you are still up, my love. He got up and asked softly, as you placed a tray on the table while his secretary bowed a little when he saw you. You just nod and look at Jungkook, who was staring at you lovingly. I told you before not to stay awake this late. He softly grazed your cheek, making you feel goosebumps. You smiled and looked down. I am so sorry. His voice was filled with sincerity. You held his hand in yours and shook your head. Don't be like this. You know I will not fall asleep without you embrace me. You slowly said enough for him to hear you. As his hair turned red, he was shocked that just your mere words made him blush like this. He then quickly glanced at his secretary who was busy in laptop. Did you miss me? He asked in surprise. Wifey, I still have work to finish. How am I going to concentrate on it now after what you just had claimed right now? His tone was mixed with a pinch of teasing and surprise while you rolled your eyes and shook your head. Don't start now. We are not alone. By the way, did you eat? You asked as he shook his head. Me neither. I'm heating up the food. Mr. Min, you also join us on the dining table. You said, tilting your head a little towards Jungkook's secretary as he smiled and nodded before again focusing on the laptop. I will eat you after dinner as my dessert cause you are so sweet. Jungkook whispered in your ear, made your eyes wide and cheeks red. You quickly walked away while Jungkook chuckled. Today you will be able to eat delicious food from my wife's hand, huh? He said to Mr. Min in his cold tone, who smiled awkwardly. It's a honor for me today. I just smelled your food from far in office and just by the delicious smell I felt hungry, Mr. Min said and quickly closed his mouth when Jungkook glared him. So that's why my stomach hurts because your hungry eyes always stuck on my food. Jungkook said left Min in awkward and embarrassed situation. Jungkook, you are not eating anything properly. Stop working. Mr. Min will handle it tomorrow. You said as he wasn't eating properly and continuously working on his laptop, making you pissed. June Jungkook, I am talking to you. You said a little louder to catch his attention as he stopped and looked at you, while you look away, realizing you talked so rudely with him. It just happened without you knowing. Can't you feed me if I am not eating? You offered Min to have dinner with us and he ate everything and started falling asleep. Now I have to finish it by myself. Jung said as you bit your lip. When Min started yawning, Jungkook tell him to go back to his home. I'm sorry. I'm just getting worried because you are not taking care of yourself. You said at Jungkook sign, don't say sorry, instead feed me with your hands. Jungkook said in his deep voice, a small smirk on his lips. You shyly nodded and started feeding him by your hands while he was working. But doesn't mean he wasn't noticing your efforts. He do, and he was feeling lucky as at that moment. After you finished feeding him fullest, you got up and went towards kitchen, while Jungkook also closed his laptop and stretched his arms after completing the details. You were washing dishes and smiling on your own when two muscular arms wrapped around your waist from back, making you stutter. Oh God, Jungkook, you murmured and shook your head. He usually does this, and now you were used to it, so you continued washing dishes. But your movement stopped when Jungkook, his face in your neck and his hot breath hit your skin. He slowly slid his hand on your hands before holding them in his big ones, while you could feel your legs start shaking. Jungkook, finish your work and let me finish my work. You somehow collect your words and said while your heart was jumping in your rib cage crazily. I am doing what exactly I have to do, Mrs. June. He whispered in your ear and bit your softly and you're directly on cloud nine. He then made you turn to face him as he also turned off the running water with his other hand, while other hand wrapped around your waist. Jungkook, stay still. Why are you moving so much? You said while busy in tying still cloth on his eyes as he bit his lower lip when your breath hit on his neck. What are you going to do with me, sweetheart? I can't wait. Are you going to handcuff me also? Jungkook said as he wrapped his hands around your waist while you looked at him stunned. You are shameless. You murmured with red cheeks as he chuckled. I can't see you blushing. Open it. I want to see you. Yeah, don't touch the blindfolds and stay at one place. You said annoyingly as he wasn't cooperating with you at all and was about to open the blindfolds that you wrapped with so many difficulties. Just tell me already why you suddenly blindfold me, Jungkook asked impatiently made you giggle. Wait, you will get to know. It's a surprise. You whispered the last sentence in his ear made him instantly freeze, while you hold his hand and made him walk with you carefully. Where are we going? Oh my god, are you going to push me down from the terrace? Jungkook said dramatically while carefully stepping on the stairs made you chuckle. We have already arrived. Open your eyes. You said as Jungkook impatiently opened the cloth from his eyes and his eyes got violent in surprise when he saw the view. You smiled after looking at him and hugged his arm. knowing he was amazed by seeing the decorations. You did all this? Jungkook asked as you nodded. I have planned this and it took hours. Do you like it? You asked looking up at him. I love it. Even I never think romantic like this, like you did. He praised you, made you smile brightly as you pulled him by his hand towards the setup and you two sat on the small bed. My wife is so romantic now I got to know. You learned quite well after leaving with me, huh? He said while grinning proudly while you looked at him with frown. You never surprised me like this, you said with a pout that he quickly made you blush. Because you are an angel and I am devil. I did only simple things. Jungkook said with a smirk as he couldn't hold and laughed. Jungkook stared at you with so much love in his eyes as he found you always adorable. Is there is a reason specifically that you planned a surprise for me or you just wanted to do romance with me, huh? He raised his brow making you nervous. Suddenly you slowly nodded. I will tell you everything, but can you guess the reason? You said and looked at him with a soft smile, while he frowned and started to think the specific reason. I don't know. Tell me already, sweetheart, he said while winning as he couldn't wait to know the reason behind for all this romantic dinner date that you have planned for him on the terrace. It's okay, first eat something, then I have something to tell you. You said, and your eyes got widened when he suddenly pulled you on his lap, made you panic. What are you doing, Jungkook? Let go of me. You said and struggled to free yourself but paused when he ground. Let me go, I will tell you. You said your voice coming out like a kid as Jungkook smirked. I will not let it like this, he said after packing your red cheek, making your inside flip, but you didn't move an inch as you know it will cause a mess. You gulped and slowly served some food in a plate while he was just staring at you, holding your waist securely. It was a romantic dinner, but after he pulled you on him, the environment became intensely romantic. You both feed each other and you found yourself getting comfortable on his lap. The warmth made your body calm and you two finished the meal made by you. Now tell me the reason why and I can't wait more to know. Why are you testing my patience, wifey? He asked while raising his nose tip on your cheek. Arm wrapped around your waist, you smile shyly and place your hand on his shoulders before you two look into each other's eyes where you could found the whole world for yourselves. You leaned towards his ear, made him a little surprised as you never behaved so brave, but he was getting excited at every moment he was spending with you. There's a little Jungkook and wine growing inside me, you whispered and leaned back after pecking his cheek. When you take a look of his face, his eyes were widened, and he was looking like a statue. You giggled slowly, knowing the news definitely shocked him. Jungkook slowly looked in your eyes to confirm, as he nodded with a smile, and he hugged you tightly. Oh God, Wine, is it true? You nodded. Oh, Wine, and what do you mean there is you and me? He touched your tummy and asked confusedly while you just smiled widely, didn't able to speak, as you were too happy that you were not able to make words. Two twins? We are having twins? Oh my God. He asked shortly while you nodded and he again hugged you, while you were giggling with happy tears in your eyes. Aish, now I have to share you with them, not with just one but with two. You chuckled hearing him whining and hit on his back playfully, made him giggle as he pecked your shoulder before hugging you tightly. When did you find out? He asked as he looked at you after breaking the hug. Just 1 week before. I am 1 month pregnant. You replied shyly while he chuckled happily and pecked your forehead multiple times. You should have told me this, and I also want to go with you, he bowed, as if I already know that. I just went to check up because I was feeling a little weak. Then doctor took some blood tests and I have found out. I didn't tell you cause I want to give you a surprise. Don't you like my surprise, Jungkook? You asked with sad tone as he quickly shook his head, knowing now you have to be careful with you because of the mood swings. He kissed you. I love it and I love you so much and I love you too, my little babies. I love you too, Jungkook. You replied and hugged them to hide your shyness.